My name's Chris. I'm one of the heads of training here at ITTC. I share the role with Lucy so that we can continue to do teacher training and teaching as well. So we're there in the classroom, the virtual and the physical classroom as well, to do all this with it. So let's have a look. We're going to look at the part-time course and the full-time course, and we'll start with the full-time course. Our website has got all of this information available, and it's here. It's ittc.co.uk, so people can access that whenever they want. And we're going to have a quick look at ITTC. You know, we've been doing this since 1984, so what's that, over 35 years of experience. We helped Cambridge pilot the CELTA courses as well, so we actually helped develop these, and we run lots of other teacher training courses as well. So the CELTA, I don't know if you've heard of it, there are lots of TEFL qualifications, these international certificates, but most of them, people don't know what you've actually had to do for this TEFL qualification. Some of them you don't actually teach students. So the reason that the Cambridge CELTA is the industry standard with global recognition is because every course is assessed by somebody from Cambridge University, and they're there to make sure we're doing our job, to make sure these levels are maintained at a very high standard. The CELTA qualification qualifies you to teach in private language institutes around the world. It's a basic foundation, and it's very practical. So on the course, we actually teach adults, but afterwards, people then go into jobs teaching adults, kids, teens, business English, everything. And it's a mixture, really. We get people who are already teachers, already qualified in their own countries, like Poland, and they're here to get another qualification, get some extra training in a very practical way in the classroom. So it's continuing professional development. Yeah, you'll get a certificate from Cambridge University to add to your portfolio. We're running online courses, obviously, at the moment. We started last year in March, and they've been very successful so far, but hopefully we'd like to get back to running face-to-face courses, which we plan to do in the summer. So we'll give you a few dates and information about those as well. I've taken my CELTA. I took it in Spain, and I've taught in South America, North America, Africa, different countries around Eastern and Southern Europe as well. So the CELTA is a general English course, and on the course, we've got lovely, lovely students from all over the world. It's a real asset of our course that the students really want to be there. They're super keen. They really want you to do well, and they're very appreciative of all your hard work on the course. They're all adults, they're educated, they're interesting people, they're interested in each other, they have to use English anyway, there are no discipline problems, but it's a general English course, after which experienced teachers can go on with their own jobs or develop into new careers, but new teachers would then specialise afterwards. So they would do this to begin with, and then they might specialise into ESP or business English or younger learners as well, or a combination of those. And on the course, it's 120 contact hours. Our full-time course is 4 or 5 weeks, and that's either 4 days a week or 5 days a week. But whether it's online, face-to-face, part-time, full-time, it's exactly the same content for the CELTA. It's 120 hours. There are 6 hours of assessed teaching practice. So an experienced teacher is watching you guys teach and giving you lots of detailed feedback. You know, really positive, constructive stuff, but also areas to work on. And you get a lot of written feedback, a lot of spoken feedback. We do one-to-one tutorials on the course as well, but it's quite collaborative. You're in a teaching practice group, so you're helping to plan lessons and share ideas together, and then giving feedback on each other's lessons together as well. So over the course, you'll teach 8 lessons of 45 minutes. You observe at least 6 hours, probably more than 6 hours of experienced teachers as well. There's no exam. There are 4 assignments that are all practical, like analysing language for teaching purposes. And the students are from all over the world. We've got people from South America, from Asia, from the Middle East and Turkey, all over Europe as well, Belarus, Russia, We have had Polish students. I don't think we've got a Polish student at the moment, though. So we can't use translation, which is a good thing to develop your skills, because you'll learn and practice lots of teaching techniques that you'll be able to use in Poland, but you'll also be able to take and use anywhere in the world, especially if we're teaching online now as well. So the certificate itself from Cambridge University doesn't say it's an online course, it's just the same CELTA certificate that qualifies you to teach in physical classrooms and online after the course. And yeah, Cambridge, when we're doing searches for things, if you look at Cambridge CELTA, you'll see that's the #1 of its type. Everybody in the world knows exactly what you've had to do to get this certificate. So this is, sorry, this is a bit small. These are the online courses that we've got. Let me move that. Yeah, these are the online courses, the dates in the summer. Sorry, the dates in the spring. We're running them all the way through. We've got 5-week courses, 4-week courses. We're in the middle of one at the moment, a full-time course, and we've got people on that from Russia and Ireland and the UK and Switzerland and Turkey. So it's very collaborative with people on the course. It feels like quite a nice global bonding experience, actually. And it's a lot, I mean, as you know, if you've taught online, it can be a lot more communicative and a lot more personal and a lot more interactive as well. One of the benefits of our online course is that all the input sessions are live. So the people who are watching you teach are also the people giving you input sessions. So all the courses, we tailor the input sessions to give those teachers specifically what they need. So if there's a little weakness in the afternoon's teaching, we can change the input sessions to give people more practice on those things. And our course as well, we're a very tight-knit team. We've got lots of experience. Everyone's got 20 years plus experience of teaching. Some of us have been managers and directors of studies and lots of different jobs in the industry. And we don't use freelancers, so we all work very closely together and have a very good working relationship with each other. That's the full-time course. This is an example just of the timetable for a 5-week course. And it's more or less 9 to 5, but there's a lot of extra work after that because some people will be writing lesson plans, maybe some assignments. So we normally say it's probably 15, 20 hours a week on top of this. And that's why the 5-week online course is quite nice, because we have this study day in the middle. And that's proved quite popular. For some people, they're used to being in front of a screen all day, every day. But for people who aren't, it's quite nice to have this little break to catch up on things. And in the morning, we've got 2 input sessions, and then we help plan the teaching practice together, and we do feedback on the teaching practice, so that in the afternoon, the teachers are teaching from the first week. From the second day, they're actually having some practice, getting to know the students. And it's very practical. Johanna, I don't know if you've used this software before. Have you ever used this sort of Active Inspire or Smartboards?
Not really.
So there'll be a lot of training, particularly at the start of the course. We're using this for, the company's called Promethean. The software is free. We send lots of information about how to download it, and we give lots of training in how to use these to make it very interactive and student-centered. The same for Zoom. We use lots of breakout rooms, so students are working in little groups, so it's a lot more student practice taking place. We give you guys lots of practice and training with this. And yeah, it's all free, and it's great because actually our physical classrooms have these interactive whiteboards that you can stand and write on. So any skills that you learn on here, you can actually transfer to the physical classroom often as well. Let's show you a little bit about this then. Let me pause this a second. Unfortunately, this little example is me. So this is just an example of one online class. I know lots of people have lots of experience teaching online, but for those who don't, this is just a little example, just for a minute or two, to give you an idea.
Makes a lot of money from travel and tourism, I think. Yes, we need, okay, we are very strong in tourism, but also many companies from the United States are in Costa Rica. And then if you want to have access to these companies, you have to talk English.
Yeah, yeah.
And we have a lot of private schools. They teach very good English, but also in a public school, we are beginning to try to give better English.
Yeah, that's
to
interesting.
everybody. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you said public school there. Yeah. What's the difference between public school and private school?
Money.
Right, now, there's something very strange here because...
No, it's the quality. The public school, they have less, how to say, the buildings are not too beautiful or not.
Hang on a second, Maria, because it's something very strange in England. In the UK, in Britain, a public school is a very, very expensive private school. So a private school, it's very strange. It's different in American English, but in British English, a public school is a very expensive private school. When we talk about the schools that are free, we talk about state schools.
Yeah. Oh, this is very important to learn.
Yeah.
She's from Costa Rica. She's a real character. But in fact, we've got people from Oman, different Middle Eastern countries, South America, Argentina, Brazil, lots of different places, which is great. That's just an example for some people to see sort of what the atmosphere is like. It's really positive, which is a really nice, safe atmosphere to experiment in. So we're asking you to try new things and to push yourself, and you know that the students are going to go for it. So it's really nice that you've got that atmosphere to experiment in. This is just a little something with our part-time course as well. The part-time course is on Wednesday evenings and Saturdays. It's 14 weeks. It's a 7-week term and then a 1-week break and then a 7-week term. And that week is over the Easter week. So there's no course during the week of Easter. And this has proved very popular as well. On the Wednesday evening, we do the input sessions. On the Saturday morning, we do the teaching practice. And then afterwards, we do guidance and feedback on the different teaching practice. That's good for people who are continuing to teach. So it often works around people's office hours or around people's school hours. And that starts at 6:15 UK time. So Yola, that's 7:15, I believe, Polish time.
Yeah.
In the evening and until 9:30 UK time. And then Saturdays until 3 UK time. So that's 14 weeks, but with a break in the middle. And that's proved very popular with experienced well who are continuing to teach. Good. Right. So let's just say how our course is different. There are lots of online CELTAs, but one of the key points is that our input sessions are live. Lots of other centres, they send you off to look at some videos and work by yourself, just working on the computer, just you. We don't do that. All of them, all the input is delivered by the same tutors who are watching you teach. It's very interactive, very communicative. There's a really nice bond between the people on the course that you're working with. Also, we're able then to show you how we're doing things. So we let you into the secrets of how we're teaching the sessions so that you can use those ideas in your own lessons. There's also something called Twinkle, which is a great online resource site. This is a British-based site, but there's lots of information and resources and materials, like Yola was just telling me about some of the Polish sites like this. This is a British one. It's got all different levels, it's got all different ages, primary, secondary, and adults. And you get a free month access to that, where you can download loads of different materials. And all the different tutors that we use on the course, we're a tight-knit team. We've worked with each other for ages, and we've got a 99% pass rate on the course, which is great. In fact, we get really high grades, really good statistics at the different grades, because we make everything very transparent. We say, yeah, this is really good, but we really want you to work on these things in the next part of the course. So we've had very, very successful courses over the last year. This is just from going online in March last year. We've had 61 online CELTA candidates. They've come from 21 different countries. There's always a great mix of native speakers and people with English as a second language, because obviously, as you know, people have different strengths, and often the best teachers with the best grammatical knowledge are the ones that had to learn it themselves as a student. So mostly, particularly at the start of the course, the non-native speaker teachers are the better teachers. So it's nice that we've got different people to work with there. Since going online last year, we've had lots of success, 100% pass rate, 100% feedback, positive feedback from the trainees. This is based on an anonymous survey that we give people at the end of the course, and 100% would recommend the course to other friends and family, which is lovely. Just thinking about that, this is someone called Iris from Spain. She did it with us, I think, last September. I'll just give you a moment to read Iris's comments there. And, you know, I'm blowing our own trumpet here, obviously, you know, but this is quite typical. You know, lots of people, the course is transformative for them. They have a really nice bonding experience with the other people on the course. They've worked very hard, but they've used their creativity and they've got a lot out of it and really enjoyed the lessons. And whether people are experienced or not to begin with, they all develop their teaching enormously. The progress everybody makes, whatever level they're starting from, is amazing. I'm also going to show you just a quick video of Paul, one of our Irish candidates from last year. He hadn't got teaching English experience before, but I'll just let him explain his feelings about it at the end of the course. He did very well and made huge progress on the course. This again is just a minute or two.
The online CELTA at ITTC, how did you find that? What for you were the good things, and what was difficult?
I can honestly say the online CELTA course with ITTC was the most challenging but the most rewarding academic thing I've ever done in my life. It was just an amazing experience in the current situation to have such a sense of, like, you know, accomplishment from achieving a level 5 qualification in the space of 4 weeks. It's an accomplishment, you know, it's something to be proud of. And during the current situation, during lockdowns and stuff like that, you can do something productive. You know, you can do something like this with your time, and it's amazing. You'll always have it with you.
That's Paul. Paul was lovely, but again, he's not unusual. There's a lot of really lovely people on the courses. This is the same whether it's online or face-to-face. From I think July, we're running courses. So July is there's a 4-week course that's face-to-face in Bournemouth in the summer, also in August, and then throughout the autumn as well. So lots of people come in their academic holiday. Maybe they want to use some of that time to get another certificate, you know, something else for their portfolio and their CV, and a bit of extra practical training, as well as spending time in the UK and, you know, dipping into the culture and brushing up on their own English language as well. And that's all that information is on the website. But Yola is also here. On Messenger and email and everything else. One little thing I should say is there is a procedure, there's a process to the application. We don't accept anybody because first somebody applies, we ask them to complete some questions that are about English and teaching, and then we discuss those with you during an interview, which we'll do on Zoom. And that allows people to ask any questions. We can show them the type of teaching that we are looking for and the type of precise language analysis that we're looking for as well. Then hopefully we accept them, but we can also guide them in their preparations for the course and give them some help in what to do to really get a firm foundation so they can make the most of the course when they come, or if they do it online as well. I'll say that the CELTA course is designed for people without teaching experience. If people come onto it with teaching experience, great, you know, they will develop loads, but actually it's for people without teaching experience. So we give you loads of help and support there as we go through the course. Also, people don't need a certificate for their own English. We do this interview to help so that I can find out what their own English is like. And we need an advanced level of English. You know, so your level of English is fantastic. That's brilliant. It also allows me to see what their knowledge of language, meaning, form, pronunciation, grammar, vocabulary, what that's like. And I can then see how well we think they'll do on the course and how much help or preparation they'll need for the course. But at the interview, you don't need to decide to do the course. So you can do this, you can have a play with things, you can discuss things with a tutor, and it's only in the week after the interview that you decide if it's the right course for you. So there's nothing to be lost with applying, doing the tasks, having the interview. There's no pressure applied, and then in the week after the course, you can decide, you know, if you think it's a good thing for you or not. The other thing I'd say is, in my experience, the things that really make a good teacher or a good CELTA candidate, if people are interested in language, fantastic. If people are interested in people, great. If people are interested in other cultures, you know, and the globe, you know, the world as a global culture, fantastic. They're the most important things. The CELTA is very intensive, so if they are organized as well, you know, organized with their time, that will also be very helpful. But you don't need to be an expert in anything before the course. And also in English language, you're not, we don't say, right, teach the present perfect continuous in 5 minutes. You know, one day you look at the material, you look at the book, you look at the things we're asking you to teach. The next day we have a meeting together to share ideas and to give you lots of support. The following day you teach the lesson. So there's a lot of time in this process of preparing for a lesson where you get lots of support to do that.